Okay, let's open the back of the cavity on the guitar up, check out the wiring. Now I know there's been issues with this wiring because the owner told me there was, so I'm not going to do this very gingerly, so to speak. We're going to go in, we're going to pull the pickups out. I'm basically going to just cut the wires, leave everything kind of hooked up to the switch and to the pots, that way I can look back later and figure out what wire's going where. Okay, so we have this when we open up the cavity. I have two pickups coming out here, one coming out here. We're just going to lift this wiring up, and I'm going to go ahead with a wire cutter and cut these right at the base. You don't want to cut them up near the body. You want to leave as much lead as you can. There's one. Get that out of the way. Here's two. And another reason why I'm doing this too is when I go to hook this all back up, I'm going to be stripping the wires on the pickups and making new leads so that we get a good clean connection. Okay, so we've got the wires cut, and as you can still see in the cavity here, the wiring is still intact, which is going to give me something to reference later. So let's flip this over, just set it on the table here. And then we're going to remove the 4 screws that take the hanger, or the pickup ring and the pickup out, pickup ring and pickup. And then this should have some type of springs behind it, so let's start doing that. Remember to keep all your parts centrally located so that you don't lose anything. It's also nice too, I've got a screwdriver that's working really good for all these little little screws, but it's nice to have a very small screwdriver set. Similar to this, that way you can get into tight spots, and the very small Phillips heads, sometimes you run into problems with the bigger screwdrivers. So this pickup is loose. Gently slide that out. That's one out. Let's get that other humbucker. Okay, we'll grab this, just slide that out. And then we've got that last pickup here. Yeah, and as you can see, the pickup's actually raising up, so we know that there's springs under there. Make sure that we don't lose those parts. Remove those. Okay. There we have, the pickups are completely removed. Your basic wiring harness is still intact, and we want to keep it that way so we can reference it later to put it all back together.